Musicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. With Jazicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. I know you were looking for something, maybe you'll find it right here, baby.
A Make Your Own Trophy Records production. Hi, what is up, everybody? It's Jazicality. Welcome back to Musicality Mondays, or welcome if you're here for the first time. And thank you so much for listening on the podcast platforms, or if you're right here on the YouTube channel. Today, I have two very special guests. But before I get into that, I just want to say, go check out everything that we're doing on Musicality Mondays, Jazicality, and Make Your Own Trophy Records. We're doing so much. Make sure you go check that out. Make sure you check out our merch. And yeah, so today, these two very special guests are special to me because they birthed me. Well, my mom did. You get it. But before I turn it over to them to be the host of today's episode, I just want to let them know to let you guys know who they are, say their name, and give us one fun fact about them. Thank you guys so much, and here we go.
Hello, my name is Heather Anderson, a.k.a. Musicality. I am the mother and manager of Jazicality. And one fun fact about me is that the first letter of each one of my siblings' names, including mine, go Hijklm.
N-O-P.
There's no O-P.
Sorry.
My name is Eric Anderson. I am the father of Jazicality, or Jasmine Anderson, and the husband of Heather Anderson. And you can also call me Mr. Anderson, either Verbal Storm or Mr. Boots and Knuckles.
Period.
A fun fact about me is that I know everything about the world, and if I don't know it, it doesn't need to be known.
Okay, you guys. Who is going to be... Oh, they're going to be asking me questions. I feel like I'm still the host. You guys have to, take on this role, bro. Like, you really got to, No, it's okay. I'll have your back throughout it. It's hard to do. So, go ahead and... Who wants to go first with the first question?
Well, my first question is, how old are you, and where were you born?
I'm 20... Oh, my God. I always forget my age because I always think I'm still 25. But I'm actually 26 years old, and I was born in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, Jazicality. As your mother, I think back to the time when I realized that you might like music. Mm-hmm. And there's a picture to go with that. You are sitting on your bed with a piano. Mm-hmm. Your brother is standing on your bed with a guitar. Mm-hmm. And you guys are jamming out. So I guess you might have been around 3 back then, but I'd like to know, when did you realize that music was your thing?
I remember that picture very vividly because you always bring it up. And I think I always knew because I remember being in first grade and I dressed up like a singer, and my teacher, Miss Starr, was like, are you like, what are you? And I was just like, isn't it obvious? Like, I'm a singer, because I had a microphone on my face. And yeah, first grade, I guess I knew I wanted to be a singer.
Cool.
Well, my question is this. My next question is this. Do you remember when I gave you my keyboard?
Oh, I do. Oh.
I do.
Do you remember what you did to that keyboard?
Did I break it?
No, you didn't break it. You
Oh,
kept
thank
it
God.
for many years.
Was it at Merrill?
Yeah, I do believe it was.
What did I just well, I think I just came in your guys' room and I just kept playing on it, right?
Right, and then I eventually gave it to you. And what did you do with it after it was yours?
I didn't remember it ever becoming mine. I thought that you got me. I thought you guys got me a new piano for my 14th birthday.
Yeah, but from 12 to 14, you had mine, and you had decorated it all up with little flowers and things and drawings.
I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's crazy.
You had done that, and then then we got you the new one that you had when we went to Allsup.
This is great. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm vandalizing it and having no memory of it.
Yeah, when you guys would be gone during the day, just before I'd go to work, I'd make beats on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I remember that.
okay. So one thing that I always thought was interesting about you was that you would have all these notebooks with a bunch of lyrics in them. And I want to know if any of those lyrics were actually used in some of the music that you've made.
They have, but a lot of them got thrown away because I didn't think that they were good enough. Yeah, a lot of them were being used. And then I went to my music teacher and he kind of said that my phrases were too long.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, you want to shorten them up and make them, I don't know if he said like more catchy, but he did tell me to shorten them up. And then I like wanted to throw everything away, but it really helped me.
I was going to ask you if you found that advice to be helpful, and if so, how did you redirect your writing?
It was very helpful. After the initial shock of just being like, oh my God, my music isn't perfect, it was very helpful because I shortened my lines and it was more cohesive. And it just changed the way that I was writing.
After your teacher had said that, and we kind of looked at each other and said, we agree.
Yeah.
But you changed it almost immediately. Mm-hmm. And
it broke my heart.
And once you graduated high school and you came up to Minnesota to McNally, I could tell that it was still a focus of yours, and you were learning a lot here at McNally, because when we came up and heard you in your first show, I'm like, oh, those lyrics are really good. Those lyrics are really good.
So going back to you coming up here to Minnesota to go to school, as I recall, it was your high school music teacher and your vocal teacher who told you about McNally. And while you were accepted to other music schools, you chose to come to McNally. Since McNally ended up closing, I want to know how you feel about taking that direction and then deciding not to go to another school.
I would say it was my vocal teacher that told me about McNally, and I will always be grateful for that because even though I was there for a little while and then it shut down after a year and a half, I am glad that I went there because it was such a magical experience, and there were so many other communities connected to McNally that I get to experience now. So even though I didn't have the school, I do have the people that were at the school, and I wouldn't change a thing just because McNally is all around us, however you want to put it into words. Some people don't like talking about McNally. Some people do like talking about it, but it will always be a special place in my heart, and I do like that I went there. I wouldn't have gone to the other school that I was thinking about, Belmont, because they didn't want me to be in the music program, actually, because my audition went really badly and they didn't want to give me a chance, bro. But I appreciate that opportunity too, just because it put me, both of those auditions for McNally and Belmont put me in a place where I had to be uncomfortable, and I had to go after it. And I do want to shout out Mr. Fallon and and Carrie from Shepherd. They were my teachers, and they really put me on a good path to go and chase music. And so did Brandon Bailey. He helped me with my audition for those schools. He was just like, you can do this, and he was pushing me. Now these people are all from Chicago, different places in Chicago, but yeah.
Oh, that sounds real good. I like
Thank you.
that. Let me ask you this: is there anybody else in your family who's musical?
Everyone in my immediate family is very musical. I want to start with my dad. My dad. Is that why you brought it up?
No, not really, but bonus.
My dad is my biggest inspiration for music because he was and can still be, if he wants to be, a rapper, and he would tell me how to rap to music. So like that's really where I got my basis from. Like, yes, I listened to like Eminem and Dr. Dre and like all those people, but my dad really taught me how to go to the bare bones of it and just like suck at MCs. And I was just like, what does that mean, dude? And I thought we were talking about bees, bro, and then we weren't. And so I'll never forget that. Like we were in what was it? 5922, and you were like going over it with me, and then I think like either the next day or surrounding month, I was just like listening to 21 Pilots and like trying to like memorize that, and like Eminem, I was doing the song where I Need a Doctor with Eminem and Dr. Dre. I was trying to like memorize their parts, and I was getting better and better because I just like had that foundation. So thank you.
Well, have you had an opportunity, on stage to do a rap at all? Have you ever had that opportunity?
Yeah, so I really like to incorporate rap into like all my music. So in all of my projects, and I think, whether it's just me or it was Jazicality or it was Crushed Into Place, I did have a couple opportunities to put that rap in there. I do want to say that my brother and my mom are also musically talented, because I like went on a tangent about my dad, but oh, sorry. I mean, I just wanted to like let you guys know that like my brother and my mom got it too. So
It's a musical family.
Yes, thanks for that shout out, Jazicality. Okay, so what? Okay.
No.
No, we've already discussed.
Just one at a time.
Right, we've
going back and
discussed
forth.
how we're doing
that
this.
was my dream.
Okay. So, I know that a lot of artists collaborate with other musicians and producers and whatnot. What's your approach to collaborating? And do you think it's important or something that it's okay whether you do it or not?
These are good questions, guys. Thank you.
I was gonna say that. I think I used to think that collaborating wasn't important because I'm just like, I can sing all the parts I need to sing. I can rap, I can sing, I can do everything. But and it's okay to still feel that way. You can still build a following that way, but it does help to collaborate with other people because you get their platform to people that watch them to see you, and vice versa. Like you get to share your platform with them. And it's also just a good learning opportunity to see how someone else does music and to see how they do things in general. You never know what kind of advice you might pick up on working with other people. Even like if you can take your own pictures, of course. You can take selfies. You can put your camera on a tripod and do it that way. But it's so much better if you reach out to a photographer and they get an opportunity to post you on wherever they post, and their audience gets to see who is their muse for a little while, and then oh my gosh, like you get to see, oh my gosh, Jazicality, like she does music, and oh my goodness, like she could rap too, oh, and she does all these other things. And so if you like do music but you also do something else that you kind of want to like get in the bag of, like that could be an opportunity for you too. And the more people that you do that with, the more your following will grow. Thank you.
Now would that include, because I know over the years we've seen you grow musically and especially vocally, do you ever get an opportunity to actually coach others on vocals?
I do. I've gotten to work with a couple different people. I have done a couple of vocal lessons, and it's really nice to see when something clicks for them vocally. Like if their mouth isn't open wide enough, or if they're too nasally on a part, and I tell them, hey, you just gotta like get away from the placement that you're using. So that's been really cool. Also, like with Musicality Mondays, I've gotten to give people some of the feedback of the behind the scenes stuff and just like some of the things that I do, because people have questions, and sometimes you just never ask questions because you just never get the opportunity, or it just never comes up. So that's been a really cool thing about Musicality Mondays, and yeah.
So I know that you do a lot. You have your day job, and then you have Musicality Mondays, and then you sing in your band Jazicality. So how do you balance your personal life with your music career?
I always keep family first just because that's what I know at the end of the day that I want to be surrounded with. So when it comes to music, I picked someone in my life who also does music, which is very helpful because
What's his name?
sweet mother of God, that scared me. I'm like, oh my gosh. His name is Sam Klein, and he's a drummer. He also goes by at the Husky Drummer on Instagram, and follow him everywhere, of course. Check out his website, everything that he does. And it just happened by circumstance. And anyway, we don't need to get into all that. But but I've kind of like gotten the chance to build my life around my values and like the things that I believe in. Whenever we feel a certain way, like we have each other to fall back on, but we also know the musician's life. So I keep just family, my relationship first, and then I kind of do the music stuff. That's just kind of like how I'm built in a way. But also like we have an understanding of like when we need alone time, you know, like to like work on music or like self-care and all that kind of stuff. So it's very balanced, and we keep good communication going. So it's never somebody's feeling more seen than the other one, I guess.
Okay, and what advice would you give to an aspiring singer?
Mm-hmm. Especially after talking to so many musicians and like hearing how pretty much like, well, not all of us, but a good chunk of us were like, people didn't believe in us or we got bullied. Like that's some of the stuff that I've realized that I have in common with people. You have to know it for yourself. And like I said, I was in first grade and I knew I wanted to be a singer, so nobody could tell me nothing. So even if, and I've had people tell me I can't sing, I should delete my YouTube channel, that they don't like my hair, like, and yeah, I'll get upset about it or cry, but you have to like get past that and keep going through your day, and keep working at it. Because like maybe you're not perfect at writing lyrics or belting right now, but you're gonna be, because you know I was told at a certain point in my life that I could only sing one type of song, not by anybody that I mentioned. I don't want any lawsuits. No, I'm kidding. But sometimes people think that they know how your voice is gonna sound, but they haven't seen your full potential or how much you can grow. Because like, to be honest, when you are in like lessons and stuff, you're still learning. So like they don't know where you're gonna go. Nobody knows where you're gonna go. So. And not even you, so you could surprise yourself, so keep going.
Well, this might be a two-parter, maybe. Who are some of your musical inspirations? And I guess as part of this, some of the music that you listened to growing up.
That's a wild card. I listen to so many different artists because actually I'll start with this. I grew up on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, so like those were like my first stuff, my first singers and whatever, and I was obsessed with them. And then I would go to my brother and he'd be like, "Oh, your shows suck, like your music's like it sucks," and I'd be like, "Well, what are you even talking about? Like, you don't know, like whatever." And then like sometimes I would be lurking outside of his room and he would be listening to like Paramore and like what is it, Slipknot, and I was just like, you know, what is this? Like, this is kind of cool. But at Slipknot, at first, I was like, this is kind of scary. What's wrong with my brother? But but as time went on, like, I heard, like, different songs from, like, those artists, like Slipknot. Like, I would be like, oh, you know, this is kind of cool. And so, you know, obviously, for my dad, I heard, like, rappers and stuff. Hold on. And then we would be on road trips, me and my family, like even small ones, if we were going to like little gatherings or whatever, and we'd be listening to Luther Vandross. We'd also listen to Donny Hathaway. We'd be listening to Donny Hathaway for real, like not Luther, sorry. We would be listening to Luther Vandross, but like at home. And then Alicia Keys, and then, you know, in my older years or whatever, like I would be listening to Tori Kelly, Jasmine Sullivan, and Kendrick Lamar, and like those are really the people I look up to, like, right now. Like, kind of like all those people and a whole bunch of people that I can't remember right now.
So, have you asked all the questions you want to ask?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So, we would like to thank everyone for... Yes. For
Okay, go ahead.
for joining us today. But I have a special request. I would like for Jasmine to do a short duet with her dad.
Of what?
Oh,
I don't
what?
Y'all stop the presses and come up with something.
This is supposed to be about. Like, you guys are stopping all early. This should be like.
Early? We've been doing this for an hour.
No, we haven't. Talking?
I think like 30 minutes, Hope.
You can tell by up here.
I didn't put it on. It doesn't. I don't know.
Well, it's not going by minutes.
You want us to sing, bro?
You can skip it.
No,
How you
it's
gonna-
just like
how you gonna
put
s-
us on there like that.
That would be cute.
That's all the questions. No!
Mommy's goofy.
No,
Did
okay.
you want to do that?
I mean, what song have we ever sang together?
I don't know, but like we could like make that. Come up with more questions.
I don't have any more questions. Like, I know you, and
This is for the viewers, not you.
I dug deep. You feel like
They were great.
Yeah, you're going to have an editing job on your hands.
I mean,
I do usually make these really fucking long.
yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna interview them right now. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But how did you guys feel about hosting today?
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was cool.
it was.
Not for being anyway, but
No, it was fun getting to know so much about you.
this isn't about getting to know me. It's about them getting to know me.
I think they got to know you a little bit more. They found out about you and your piano and your playing with your brother, and they found out some stuff.
Yeah, and I think they probably know quite a bit about you
Yep.
I'm being stiff.
as your, especially as your YouTube channel, you know, over the coming months and years will expand, and you know, the demand for knowing even more than that. And in the next year, there are things happening in your life, things that will be happening that you'll be able to add to your profile, add to your story. So I'm sure they'll have many other questions.
Okay.
How you gonna take my microphone? I was about to say something.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching Musicality Mondays. There's so many more episodes coming to you very soon. Make sure you keep an eye out for Jazicality. I got some music stuff coming out. Keep an eye out for shows. And thank you so much, Mama Heather and Papa Eric. Wait. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mom, Dad. And maybe we'll do something like this again soon. Okay, bye. Peace. Go check out everything Jazicality's
See ya.
doing. Bye.
Musicality Mondays, Liddy Mondays.